How's it going there, folks? Welcome to another fun Abridged at-home table read. Tonight, we are doing Phase 4 of the MCU, but only the movies. I can't find the scripts for the TV shows, and I'm not going to abridge all those damn things. So we're going to jump right into this. I cannot wait to see how this one goes. These are usually always a bunch of laughs. So let's jump right into introducing ourselves.
Hello, I'm George, and I'll be doing the action description.
Hi, I'm Kevin. I'll be Tom Holland.
I'm Curtis. I'm going to be Chris Hemsworth.
Yes.
I'm Chelsea, and I will be Scarlett Johansson.
I'm Hunter, and I will be your Benedict Cumberbatch this evening.
I'm Matt. I will be Simu Liu.
Hi, I'm Anne, and I will be a Florence Pugh. That rhymes.
I'm Logan. I'm going to be a bunch of bad guys.
I'm Eric. I'm going to be Andrew Garfield.
Hey, I'm Mary. I'm going to be Natalie Portman.
I'm Travis, and I'm playing Tobey Maguire.
All right. Well, George, take us away.
All right, MCU Phase 4 Abridged, written by a bunch of people. Fade in. Exterior, Extinco, Mexico. Somewhere in the municipality of Extinco, Samuel L. motherfucking Jackson, but not really, and Kobe Smulders, but not really, meet up with superpowered, but not really, Jake Gyllenhaal, to fight an Earth elemental, but not really. And you know what? It probably wasn't the real Extinco either, but a live model fucking decoy or some bullshit. Anywho, interior, Tom Holland's high school, really. At Tom's high school, a student news broadcast brings our viewers up to date.
So, with Endgame over and the MCU's 11-year arc finally wrapped up with the death of Robert Downey Jr., we're ready to move on into new territory by making this whole movie about Robert Downey Jr., other kid. We also have this footage of the snap and reverse snap, or blip for short, clearly showing that everyone reappeared in exactly the same spot where they left. So if we review over a laundry list of questions from Endgame, we can, yes. Sadly, we don't have time to fully explore the logical complications of this story, never mind the emotional ones. What's important is that we leaped ahead 5 years and didn't undo the original. Snap. So fuck you, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Fuck you, Netflix. Fuck you, Runaways. Fuck you, Cloak and Dagger. Fuck you, Disney.
Elsewhere at school, Tom Holland and Jacob Batalon discuss the upcoming plot of the movie.
Since we just had a huge epic sprawling battle fest, can I assume we're going to keep it light this time around?
Of course. Wacky school hijinks, love triangles, breezy summer fair. I thought I'd try asking Zendaya out. We have a lot in common, like having been dust for 5 years. Teenage foibles, you know?
Sounds perfect.
And crossovers, a giant CGI monsters and threats to thousands of innocents and possibly scrolls and...
Dude.
Huh? No. Upbeat, lighthearted fluff. That's all. I promise. Look, check out the next scene header.
Interior, Episode 1, Spidey has a fundraiser. Spidey-Tom and Marissa Tomei are running a charitable event to raise money for both blipped people and also people who will never question how Marissa booked Spider-Man, who also sounds exactly like her nephew. While they're backstage, Jon Favreau shows up.
Hey there, John. Wasn't expecting you.
Oh, I wasn't going to miss this fundraiser.
I'm sure to be great giving head to the community back and giving back. Now, where's the oversized novelty cock check? I need to present it to my vagina, the charitable society. Damn it, Marissa. Damn.
Wait a second. Are you two?
Oh, hey, my phone is ringing. Look at Tom. It's Samuel L. motherfucking Jackson. He needs us for something super urgent.
Too bad. I got this fundraiser to do. I'm sure whatever world-ending catastrophe he's calling about can wait a few days.
Interior, Episode 2, Spidey takes a plane. Tom's class is heading out on their trip to Europe.
We're leaving? But we haven't done that fun trailer scene where you beat up tons of robbers and then wisecrack adorably to the cops.
Nah, we caught all that. Instead, there's a wacky seating hijinks on the plane. That's way more fun, right?
At least it sets up the actual subplot for me and Angry. Did you know that most of our classmates don't even have lines or of dialogue? Like, what are their stories? They could have all kinds of fascinating lives that we know nothing about.
Oh, blurp. I got the seat next to Mr. Lame Old Snorts.
Yeah, I rolls to the camera. Exterior episode 3, Spidey goes to Venice. Tom's class arrives with their teachers, Martin Starr and JB Smoove.
Welcome, class, to your shit hotel made literally out of shit. Please take some time to unpack and relax in your shit beds. If you have extra blankets, they're in this shit pile and are made of dog puke.
Weird way to pronounce puke, but plus, I hope everyone's laughing uproariously at our loud, wacky incompetence because that is our one and only note. And we're going to keep hitting that note. Oh, yeah.
Everyone goes sightseeing in Venice to see fun local sights like a huge water elemental attack. Oh, fuck. But in the nick of time, it's superpowered Jake Gyllenhaal.
I gotta help, but how to disguise myself? I know this discarded masquerade ball mask will do the trick.
Tom puts on the mask and it so does not do the trick. Like, this mask is so utterly fucking bad at tricks, it could not pull air out of a hat. Could not hide a quarter behind an elephant baby's ear. If it were a dog, it would fail at eat food.
I'll conveniently let Jake handle all the direct fighting while I help out at the periphery. Is there anything I can web together like the fairy from last movie?
Jake and Tom win. The Italian news refers to Jake as Mysterioso, which Tom's classmates helpfully shortened to Mysterio, since we got to get there somehow. Interior episode 4. Spidey is a spy, D. Tom and Jacob go to their shitty hotel room where Jacob is trank gunned by Samuel L. motherfucking Jackson.
I need to brief you right here now. So there's too much whack comedy going on, so I'll take you to my mobile HQ, which also means you can meet Jake and Kobe and get a better explanation. And we probably should have gone straight there. Also, here are some special sunglasses Robert left you.
No way! I'm not wearing those. Let's fight in an alleyway.
Come on, who the fuck is going to catch that reference? Now come meet the team and a room full of people, all of whom are pretending to be someone else. You must trust them with your life.
So glad you can make it, Tom. Let me fill you out on my bullshit backstory of Earth elementals and multiverses and bullshit. You don't know, but in the audience is buying this, right? I mean, even people with only vague memories of the cartoon remember Globehead illusion, man.
I keep telling you, with only our in-world knowledge, your story's totally plausible.
As you can see, Tom, with the fate of Earth hanging in the balance, we really need your help.
What about Chris Hemsworth?
Tied up with Men in Black.
Cumberbatch?
Stuck in the otter dimension.
Brie Larson?
We're trying to have one movie this year, not besieged by man babies. Look, you're it, Tom. You're all we've got. It's up to you.
But what about the Hulk and Black Panther and Shuri and Okoye and Ant-Man and Wasp and the original Ant-Man and Wasp, Scarlet Witch and Wong and Hawkeye and Falcon / Captain America, Winter Soldier and Iron Goop and War Machine and Valkyrie and...
God damn it, Tom. It's supposed to be a break from over self-Avengers movies. Change her fucking pace, remember? We are pinning everything on a fucking teenager, and that's that.
Well, Jake says the next attack is in Prague, but my class is going to Paris, and I still haven't smooched Zendaya, so the fate of the world can just take a back seat to my hormones. Thanks.
Okay, sure. Obviously, the vast resources of S.H.I.E.L.D. are powerless against the high school's administrative department. Off you go. Did he just buy that shit? I thought he was supposed to be smart.
Exterior episode 5, Spidey takes a detour. The next day, it turns out Samuel was in fact, gasp, lying. And Tom's trip has been rerouted to Prague. At a bathroom stop along the way, Tom is approached by a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent known as the Seamstress.
I have a new outfit for you, Tom, because we're trying to set a record that most Spidey suits in a single film. Try it on now.
Why can't this wait until our bus arrives at the hotel? We've only stopped for like 5 minutes.
You must strip down immediately. Since you're playing a high school student, we must objectify your body as much as possible.
Oh, snap! As in the picture I snapped. I doubt anyone just says, oh, snap, anymore after Thanos.
Oh no, a wacky complication. Remy is my rival for Zendaya's affection, you see? He's also lived through the 5 years of tragedy the rest of us skipped over, but fuck him.
Interior episode 6, Spidey flies a drone. Back on the bus, Tom puts on his sunglasses and discovers they link to an artificial intelligence and a recording of Robert Downey Jr.
Hey, kid. This AI called Edith controls a super deadly army of drones. You're welcome. And remember, it takes instructions extremely literally, but that shouldn't be a problem as long as you remember to not be a complete fucking idiot.
Wow, you chose me to have this? Not Gwyneth Paltrow, who's presumably running Downey Corp and doing worldwide heroism? Gosh! Well, don't worry, I can handle this. Edith, I need you to wipe out the incriminating photo of me. I need to eradicate Remy's chances with Zendaya.
Understood, Tom. Sending drone to brutally murder Remy now. It will also likely murder you and everyone else on the bus, but such is life.
Whoopsie! Everyone, look at those mountain goats. Pretty cool, right?
No, we did not see the mountain goats or the huge pyrotechnic explosion directly behind the bus, apparently. How the fuck are we passing school?
Phew! Almost got us all killed, but managed to wipe out that photo anyway. Spider confidence intact.
Interior, episode 7, Spidey leaves an opera. Tom's class arrives in Prague. To keep all the students safely indoors, Samuel gets them opera tickets. A foolproof plan, since high school students would never skip out on opera.
Despite Samuel orchestrating all this, he forgot to give me an excuse to leave. I'll just have to do it in my own awkward fashion. Sorry guys, gotta go vomit.
He exits.
Wait, is the plot happening out there? Fuck this shit. I'm going where the plot is.
Us too.
All the important characters get into position for the next round of danger, and here it is. Only this time it's a giant fire elemental.
Well, shit. This definitely calls for a new Spidey suit. After all, nobody knows Spidey's in Europe, unless they notice the guy with Spidey powers and web fighting the water elemental.
Tom puts on his new black stealth Spidey suit and then jumps and hops around shooting webs and basically being Spider-Man.
Need to back up this ridiculous subterfuge. I guess the obvious thing to say is that the world has seen multiple versions of Iron Man, Ant-Man, Black Panther, etc. And that this is the second spider hero. But instead, I'll panic and call him Night Monkey.
Oh, that's so obviously made up. I'll go along with it.
Jake and Tom engage in a big firefight. Uh-oh, but things look bad until...
That's enough. I'm going to do what I should have done before.
He flies towards the elemental.
No, don't do it, Jake. I mean, I have no idea what it is, but it sure sounds heroic, sacrificey. I can't lose yet another father figure, even though it is kind of my signature move at this point.
However, Jake defeats the fire elemental and is okay.
Wow, guess we totally won. I mean, I have no idea how long the movie's been to this point, so why not?
Great job, you two. I'm still on a new Avengers team in Berlin if you want to join. It'll be like the regular Avengers, but with more sausage and compound nouns. Let me know.
Interior, episode 8, Spidey goes to a bar. To celebrate, Jake and Tom go to a regular bar where everyone is surprisingly casual about the two superhumans just chilling and knocking back drinks with their real faces displayed like, very surprisingly, suspiciously casual Mr. Spidey Sense.
It's absurd to have this murder-kill drone army run by a teenager. Almost anyone else should have this, up to, but not quite including Iron Goop. So here you go. Edith, from now on, accept all commands from Jake. Oh, and still accept commands from me in case he's evil later.
He leaves.
Now that he's gone, I can finally reveal that I am, in fact,
he checks
holy
the script.
Fucking shit. A disgruntled former Tony Stark employee? Are you fucking serious? Oh my fucking god! Can we do anything else? Well, at least I also have an eagle organization of Jesus motherfucking Christ, even more disgruntled Tony fucking Stark employees. God damn it, fuck, there's so many other reasons to be evil, you know?
Yeah, like maybe I mistreated an employee once in a while. I also run a global megacorp, so you know.
Oh, shut it, you. The only supervillain you'd inspire is punch Finn Jones in the face all day, man. And he's not a villain, he's Earth's greatest hero. Now, fuck off.
Exterior episode 9. Spidey has a date. Thinking the threat is over, Tom finally asks Zendaya to go sightseeing with him.
So Tom, how about you come over here and give me a big sloppy tongue-filled confession about how you're Spider-Man?
Yeah, what? Why would you say that? What, just because Spidey has my shape and height and my exact same squeaky voice? Even if you were right, Spider-Man is one of the few MCU heroes who even has some semblance of a secret identity. What would you want?
Well, then you wouldn't be interested in this piece of drone I recovered. It landed next to me and I picked it up all by myself. I hope I haven't over-contributed to the plot or anything.
Holy crap. It projects illusions. Jake is full of shit. Oh, fuck it. I'm Spider-Man. I think the audience has had enough of me inventing zany excuses to leave anyway.
But unbeknownst to our heroes, their discovery is beknownst to Jake Gyllenhaal. Ruh-roh. Exterior episode 10. Spidey has a bad trip. Tom goes to Berlin to warn Samuel and gets picked up at the airport.
Tom, great to see you. How are you? Don't suppose your spider sense is going off for anything? And why would it be? Is this totally real? Me taking you to my totally real headquarters with totally real Kobe Smulders in it?
I have to warn you, Jake Gyllenhaal is really fake Gyllenhaal. He has major illusion powers.
That's serious. Who else knows about this? Which is totally unsuspicious question, by the way.
I don't know if I should say.
Suddenly, fake Kobe and the fake HQ vanish. Before Tom can react, he is flung into a huge trippy-ass illusion sequence.
Oh shit! Marvel cover homages and Easter eggs everywhere I look. Fuck! Even a shout out to Marvel Zombies. And is that the Infinite Mirror Room from Last Jedi?
No, that's supposed to be the meme where Spidey points at himself. Anyway, now that we've created a few dozen BuzzFeed listicles, it's time for you to die. Ugh.
He's shot.
Ew. Got him. Now that he's dead, Tom, you really got to tell me who else knows about this. Jake's band of disgruntled white-collar workers will surely go on a homicidal rampage now.
Okay. Zendaya and Jacob know. I may also have blabbed to a bunch of press during a junket.
Psych! Really me again, you gullible fool. How do you keep thinking the main threat is defeated so early?
Look, asshole, my character doesn't know which act we're in, okay?
Yeah, fair enough. But you do know my illusions are just that, so please continue to react to them until you step in front of a bullet train, okay?
Sorry, in front of the what now?
He's hit head-on by a massive bullet train at full speed, dragged for miles.
Ow! That was somewhat uncomfortable.
He passes out.
I guess the MCU, in the MCU, it really doesn't matter how hard anything hits, as long as it's not pointy.
Interior episode 11. Spidey is in Holland. Tom is rescued by super nice Dutch people. Lucky this wasn't 2012 when he'd have to rely on lasagna-stuffed, Monday-hating cartoon cats to save him. He contacts Jon Favreau, who picks him up in his jet plane.
I feel sad, Happy. I just wish Downey were here to fix everything.
He's not, but he knew you'd handle yourself. It's time to stand up and be who you are, your own unique brand of hero. To help you, here's Downey's robot armor building machine so you can make brand new Iron Spider-Man Downey robot armor. Trademark Downey Corp.
Thanks. I guess his legacy will live on, even if it's just me adding new gizmos to my super suit each and every movie. Now off to stop Jake in London.
Exterior, episode 12. Spidey solves Brexit. Haha, no, even the MCU isn't that unrealistic. An even bigger elemental illusion is attacking London.
Oh, If only Punch Piers Morgan in face of all day man weren't busy punching Piers Morgan in the face, who will save us?
Never fear, it is I. Yep, I'm basically just going to keep doing the same shtick, but bigger and louder until people get fed up and stop caring. I think that should last me 11 years or so.
Meanwhile, one of Jake's team successfully poses as the class trip's bus driver, and then rather than turn around and shoot them, instead leaves the bus perfectly positioned on a bridge to get smushed by an illusion made by a weapons-laced drone swarm, which could also just shoot them. But here comes Spidey-Tom.
Now that I've stealth guided inside the illusion, I can fuck up the cameras and expose Jake for who he really is.
Huh. What was my plan for if somebody flew or jumped or somehow got inside the drone swarm? Anyway, I must kill Spider-Man plus his school friends and Samuel and Kobe. Everyone who knows the truth.
I think the list of who knows the truth is a wee bit longer now. What with gaping holes of the illusion monster? That's going to be on worldwide news feeds. I'm just saying.
Nevertheless, Jake sends swarms of drones to attack our heroes. Spidey-Tom swats down and web goops and punches out and otherwise frags hundreds of drones, while Kobe shoots one drone before it shoots Samuel, and the combined might of Jon Favreau and Zendaya and Jacob and Angori manages to smash one more drone. So it's basically a team effort. Spidey-Tom confronts Jake.
Can't lose now. We finally made a credible version of the Mysterio costume. Guess it's once again time to use my illusion.
Jake bombards Spidey-Tom with more illusions, but this time, Spidey-Tom remembers to use his Spidey sense and thwarts them.
Peter tingled. Phew! I finally realized I should use the exact strategy I've defeated Mysterio with in hundreds of animated adventures and comic books.
And in true PG-13 fashion, I've managed to mortally wound myself, letting you off the hook.
Amazing how that keeps happening to me. Anywho, gotta deactivate the remaining drones. Edith, come in.
Grab his sunglasses. Spidey-Tom acknowledged. Shall I execute the drone destruction protocol? Do you wish to deliver the final death blow to Jake's plans? Please confirm your order to destroy, maim, and mutilate all his evil schemes.
Sure. I see no potential downside to how you phrased that. So, execute, kill, destroy. I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog too. No, potentially misinterpreted sound bites there.
Spidey-Tom saves the day. To celebrate, he finally smooches Zendaya and then goes to admonish two grown adults for having an adult relationship.
Well, this is some bullshit. Why I letting myself get chewed out by a high school student?
I'm not even mad, but for the third movie, could I just maybe get a story that's not just every adult male in the film wants to bone me? Thanks.
No, sorry. Exterior episode 13. Spidey lays some Easter eggs. Back in New York, Spidey-Tom web slings all over town, which is now covered in Phase 4 teasers. He picks up Zendaya, and they do some swinging together. Web swinging, that is. Finally coming to rest in Times Square.
Whee! Well, that was a fun, lighthearted adventure, and despite all the Downey tributes, wasn't too loaded down with ongoing, continuing.
Oh, just you wait.
Some credits. Interior prison, common area.
Only I know that Tom Holland's Spider-Man. Despite the threats and promised rewards, I know that Tom will be eternally grateful that I've kept his secret. Holding on to this valuable information will surely pay off in the long...
He turns on the news.
Hey, assholes. Yes, it's me as JJJ, this time as an Alex Jones-type conspiracy podcaster. I can prove Spidey is evil with this carefully edited footage, which will be debunked roughly 5 seconds from now by S.H.I.E.L.D. And now here's Jake revealing Spidey is Tom Holland, which will also lose credibility once the tampering of my other video is exposed. Look, the important thing is I'm back.
More in credits. Exterior, a road in Europe. Samuel and Kobe are driving along, except they're actually Skrulls. What?
Yep, it's me. And I've got the real Samuel on the phone. Got to let him know the plan with the sunglasses worked. Wait a second. Did you just pull the dead conclusions trading cards trick again?
Come on, would I really kneecap the entire emotional arc of this movie?
Not going to answer that. So, audience, who wants to guess exactly how long I've been impersonating Samuel? The over-under and his Age of Ultron. Place your bets.
Meanwhile, the real Samuel is on a spaceship with more scrolls and no shoes. What?
Well, get ready. Wait another 10 years before we wrap this shit up.
End. Fade in. Interior middle-class house, Ohio, 1995. Rachel Wise and David Harbour are normal American parents with two normal American kids, Violet McGraw, who will become Florence Pugh, and Ever Anderson, who will clearly become Mila Jovovich Scarlett Johansson. They all laugh and get along and appreciate nature and science, and so obviously are deep-cover Russian agents.
Plus, you can tell I grew up to be Scarlet since I've already started changing my hair color every 10 minutes.
Hey, everyone. Our cover's blown, so we got to drop everything and run for our lives right after I finish this beer.
And they pile into the family van and drive to a hangar, but police and S.H.I.E.L.D. show up.
Kids, into a plane. Ever remember your training? Violet, remember your uselessness. And why are you on this mission anyway?
Go on ahead. I'll hold him off. Don't try to talk me out of it. This will be the only time I kick serious ass in the whole goddamn movie.
David heroically guns down innocent S.H.I.E.L.D. agents while hanging off the wing, and Rachel takes a bullet, but Ever successfully lifts off at the last moment. They fly to Cuba, where David hands over classified info, brushes off injured Rachel, and gives Ever and Violet to Ray Winstone's trauma factory for trafficked youngsters.
You know, while I'm at it, let me also hand over my Father of the Year mug. Doesn't feel right somehow.
Interior washroom, 21 years later. Scarlett Johansson uses her phone to watch William Hurt conducting a raid.
Listen up, people. This movie is set between Civil War and Infinity War, but we all the press to call this an origin story and call it like the whole thing happens in the 90s. Got that? Now bring Scarlett. We have junkets to do.
Sorry, I've suckered you into one of those Silence of the Lambs door fake outs, and I'm in some faraway country that we'd normally pretend was somewhere else, but this time it isn't.
But we put a tracker in your belt. How could... I'm sorry, sir, but Scarlett used her elite super human spy skills to take off her belt and leave it somewhere. Holy shit, no wonder she's S.H.I.E.L.D. legend. Where the hell did we get the idea we could outsmart her?
He punches himself. Good. Exterior Morocco. Meanwhile in Morocco, Great Value Black Widows Florence Pugh and Nana Blondell are on a mission to get Michelle Lee, but are spotted. After a spirited chase, Florence defeats Michelle with the drop your knife to the other hand move that's like everyone's favorite knife move now, but then...
Sparkle Bomb!
What? Oh my god, I was under mind control, but now I'm not. Shit, what was in that Swedish punch anyway?
A red gas in these vials nullifies mind control and also looks enough like Pym particles to fool people dissecting advanced clips. You can see them to free the other widows.
Like Nana, who's going to be here any second? I could zap her and we could team up against the baddies?
Yes, exactly. So you should run and not do that.
She dies.
Oh, I will. After I rip the tracker out of my leg, which since I was under total mind control, could have just been out on my belt. But did they switch my tracker and Scarlett's?
She runs off.
Attention HQ. Florence is compromised. Permission to unlock Mephisto protocol. Well, Twitter seems pretty convinced that... Okay. How about the Kang protocol? Dr. Doom? Fine. Taskmaster will have to do, I guess.
Exterior, Norway. Scarlett drives to her new hideaway in the Norwegian countryside where O.T. Fagbenley is waiting.
Just think, Scarlett, this could be your home right here. The Avengers aren't a place, they're a people.
What are you talking about?
And here's a box of mail from your old safe house in Budapest. Just some envelopes and a mysterious black case that goes clickety-clack whenever I move it, like there's vials or something inside. I'm sure it's not important.
And so Scarlet settles into her quiet adventure of surviving alone off the land. But this ain't the Minari cinematic universe. So while driving to town, Taskmaster busts in to kick ass and chew bubblegum, and I can't get bubblegum through this metal face mask, so fuck you. Mr. Taskmaster? Mrs. Taskmaster?
I have come for your tiny glass vials. Nothing shall stand between me and those. Nothing shall stand between me and those fragile, easily shattered vials.
Fires rockets everywhere. Luckily, even though the cybernetic Taskmaster has been programmed to utterly pwn anyone who gets in their way, the program stops just short of murder. So Scarlet is able to grab the vials and escape.
Holy shit! The vials are attached to a picture of young Florence with Mila Jovovich's kid. Why would Mila be involved in? Oh, right, that's young me.
Interior old apartment building, Budapest. Scarlet arrives in Budapest with the vials and her bright, flaming, very distinctive, easily spotted red hair. Like, finally a situation where it would really make sense to die and you choose not to. Anywho, at her old safe house, she finds Florence Pugh.
I got the vials you sent me, so I'm here to ask you about that.
Clearly, I wanted your help dealing with them, so I'll be happy to tell you everything.
Clearly.
Wait! What's going on? Is this a thing where superheroes always have to fight in their first scene together?
Yeah, I guess.
Fine. I declare that obligation fulfilled, so we can get on with this, all right? As you may have surmised, the Red Room is still operational and creating widows, and its evil mastermind, Ray Winstone, is still alive.
Ray? Alive? But there was a huge explosion that I assumed he was in. Nobody in the MCU has ever come back from anything like that.
Just then, generic brand widows burst in, forcing Scarflow to flee. They race across the roof, chased by Nana, and eventually they all fall several stories. But Nana hits the ground directly while Florence is flung through glass, and Scarlet hits 36 metal beams on the way down, so only Nana is badly injured.
I'm fine. It's all good. I thought my shtick was being the only Avenger without superpowers, though.
She bounces an axe blade off her wrist.
Ray, controlling me to fatally shoot myself, even though Scarlet is standing right there and I have a clean shirt.
Dead. Exterior, the fast and furious streets of Budapest. Scarflow steals a car and are chased by Taskmaster in a tank, aka Tank Master.
I would have attacked right away with the widows, but I really didn't want to leave this thing double parked. We need a plan, Scarlet. Drive really fast, and I'll make sarcastic quips and generally make fun of how lame you are in your own movie. That should do it.
The plan appears to be working, but Tank Master uses an explosive arrow to explode Scarflow's car and make it bounce off 5 other cars, carome off a giant pinball bumper, skid down a Six Flags water slide, bounce off a shop awning, and finally crash down a flight of subway stairs, where it finally spins to a stop upside down.
Good thing we wore our seatbelts. We should be dead.
Wow, I got you guys with the Hawkeye skill. That's gotta sting.
Come on, Florence. I know a secret hiding spot. This small ceiling compartment where Renner and I once camped out nonstop for 3 days. Just avoid that one corner.
Ew.
Leaves. Interior gas station off the highway later on. Scarflow stopped for some extra supplies and backstory.
I noticed you didn't ask about Winstone's daughter. I assumed you killed her.
Same explosion that I thought killed Ray, but I was looking right at her when it went boom. So this time there's no way she survived. Certainly not without some kind of cybernetic enhancement and turning into an inhuman killing machine. But what are the odds of that happening again?
How come you never looked for me? I guess you were too busy being an Avenger and avenging stuff with the Avengers and hanging around Avengers headquarters.
Store clerk who could probably make some sweet coin turning in a worldwide fugitive from justice is glued to a soccer game.
Well, I assumed you'd probably just up and left the evil ruthless assassin program that I barely escaped, and were living a boring drab life with zero problems that my fame or skills or influence would do nothing about.
Figures. Well, I don't hold a grudge, so don't worry. I won't steal your whole movie or anything.
They go for food and gaze wistfully at a happy car mechanic and his happy family being happy together. So they steal his client's car. Ha ha! Have fun saving your job now, you stupid, dumb, happy mechanic. Exterior random field. Scarflow meet up with OT, who has acquired some new gear.
I got you a helicopter, plus those new white outfits you asked for. There was also a bag full of prototype alternate costumes sent in by creepier fanboys that I killed with fire.
Sweet. Good call, thanks. I know I asked for a jet, but it turns out a helicopter is way better suited for our needs in this case, so chalk up another win in OT.
Exterior Russian prison, Russia. Scarflow acquires some baked goods and a vintage David Harbour action figure. Package and mail it to Russian prison, wait for however long it takes Russian mail to reach Russian prison, and then fly their junky-ass, beat-up helicopters straight into Russian airspace to hover above the Russian prison.
I spend all day breaking arms and boasting about shit. How has nobody killed me in my sleep yet?
David gets his mail and finds an earpiece in his action figure.
We're here to bust you out. Please recognize who I am despite not hearing my voice for 21 years.
David fights his way to the yard and Florence sets off an avalanche that buries the entire prison, killing everyone. But our heroes get away in the nick of time.
Yay! A fun action sequence. I'm sure all the guards were evil, especially that dog.
Ah, my girls, it's so great to see you and your lack of uteruses again. What? What did I say?
At least that wasn't as cringy as the Age of Ultron scene. But we don't care about you. We just want to know where Ray Winstone is.
I don't know. But I do know where to find Rachel Weisz. Dun, dun, dun.
Wait, Rachel's alive too? But she had a shoulder wound.
The jaw drops. She does a triple take.
How long did you say you've been in the MCU again?
Interior Rachel Weisz's farm, because we're about halfway through a Marvel movie, which is when farms appear. The gang are greeted by rogue underground pig scientist Rachel Weisz, and they head inside to drink and catch up.
Yes, I've been here experimenting on pigs and developing our super evil mind control technology that fucks directly with the brain itself. I can demonstrate by ordering this pig not to breathe.
She nearly murders the pig in a horrifying fashion.
I'm one of the good guys.
Look, I can still squeeze into my old super suit that Rachel kept in a drawer for 20 years for some reason. Ah, good to have the family together.
I know those Vin Diesel memes have been super viral lately, but please, that was just spycraft. We weren't family.
Oh, fuck you. A mirage of normality with fleeting happiness and long-lasting trauma, followed by decades of people barely communicating. Seems like a real family to me.
She storms off. David goes to console Florence, leaving Scarlett and Rachel alone.
I'm sorry, Scarlett. I did care about you, and I still treasure our time together.
I guess maybe we really were family.
I guess so. Oh, I alerted the bad guys, and they'll be here to murder you soon. But I'm going to double cross them and help you.
Damn, I guess we barely have time for me to switch outfits. You put on my outfit. We both get fully geared up, prep face masks, and devise a thorough plan. Oh, and do a bunch of braids in our hair. All without ever taking 5 seconds to step into the next room and warn Florence and David.
Eventually, Taskmaster and the Malta Meal Widows arrive and capture our heroes with the help of Rachel, apparently. Exterior, big flying sky fortress, the Red Room. Our heroes are flown to Ray's flying castle, and unconscious David and Florence are taken inside.
Ah, so the reason nobody could find this crucial secret location is that it's suspended high above the surface. Is this going to be our go-to move with every female lead movie?
She gets knocked out. Rachel strides past the knockoff widows practicing their America's Next Top Dance Crew routine and reports to Ray Winstone in just a second. I know we need to do the goofy face mask tech at some point, so you might as well reveal yourself, Scarlet.
Also, I ripped my earrings out right now. Ow, ow, ow. But yes, it's me. You fell right into our trap. Rachel's gonna hack into your systems, and Florence is gonna free the other widows, and David will, I don't know, fart the alphabet or something. Now I can murder you dead. Right after you politely ask Taskmaster over there to leave without demolishing me, please and thanks.
Taskmaster? Oh, you mean my daughter, Olga Kirilenko? Dun dun dun.
Well, yeah, her name was in the opening credits and has been looming over this movie like an undropped shoe ever since. I didn't think she was going to be like barista girl number 3.
I rebuilt her with cybernetics, and now she has the fighting skills of all the Avengers. Even Ant-Man, who has normal human skill. But you gotta have the whole collection, right? Anyway, I shall send her after the others now. Be gone.
Bad move, Ray. Now I can shoot you. Or maybe stab you. Damn it. Okay, hang on. I could drop a heavy weight above you, telling myself I'm going to catch it, but then not catch it, and...
It's no use. All widows have a pheromone lock that means if you can smell me, you're unable to harm me. And just to make extra sure, I haven't showered in 10 days. You're helpless.
Oh, curse my clear nasal passageways. Wait, is this why I always feel compelled to buy every allergy medication I see?
Post-hypnotic suggestion for the win. It's all part of my ingenious insurance policy that's protected me for decades. The only possible failing of which would be a theoretical worldwide pandemic where the infected lose their sense of smell. But what are the odds of that happening? Am I right? Oh, dear. Interior, meanwhile, elsewhere in the floating fortress, David has been locked up with Scarlet, who is really Rachel, and who opens their cell.
Oh, and I just did my big heartfelt speech to Scarlet. I really am just doomed to failure, it seems.
It's okay.
He rips his
I
pants.
secretly gave Florence an earpiece and concealed knife. So as long as Ray's guards have absolutely zero initiative. Florence, are you okay?
Yeah, fine. They're about to surgically remove my brain so they can see how the mind control sparkles work. So you'd think they'd start with an MRI or something, but I guess that's not able enough.
Well, after you bust free, head down to the labs and find the vials. They'll be the only red substance in the entire huge giant lab. Meanwhile, I'll find the mandatory third act exploding, collapsing enemy base button and push it.
And what'll I do?
He gets clobbered by Olga.
Oh, okay, I think I understand the assignment.
He's curb stomped all over the damn place. Interior, back in Ray's office, Ray continues to gloat to Scarlet. I have secret widow agents around the world, all under my control. Here they are on my big, evil red map. Look at all this stock disaster footage I can unlock with this control pad. Right here, unlocked by this ring found on this finger.
Ha ha. Well, now I can reveal that I knew about your pheromone trick all along.
Oh, shit. So you wore special spy nose plugs?
No, I didn't think of that. Oops, that would have been a good idea. Instead, tell me a random fan theory about Loki.
Okay. Some kid on TikTok thinks Owen Wilson is really a Thor variant because he had salad, and Rene Russo told Thor to eat the salad.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Head desk to the extreme.
All right. Now I can't smell it all.
He beats up Ray.
It's time to do my justice.
He takes aim, but just then Scarlet is attacked by the Kirkland signature brand widows. Phew, please murder her, my minions. But take your time. Give a chance for our last second rescue. You know the drill. He leaves. The widows begin mopping the floor with Scarlet, but luckily there is a last second rescue.
Sorry, I do my hair. It's me, Scarlet. I'm strapped all the vials together with an explosive just power enough to destroy all but 2 of them.
Sparkle bombs.
Ah, that's better. So now I guess we all go clobber Ray and his handful of guards. I mean, now we have a whole elite fighting force that's extra motivated to.
No, I'll fight Ray alone.
And I'll grab the sleeper agent data and fight Olga alone.
The widows shrug and fuck off. Meanwhile, Rachel pushes the button and the entire base begins blowing up. Scarlet gets the data and then outruns a fireball and leaps outside and dodges another fireball by leaping back inside and then shakes it all about and does the hokey pokey and then finds Olga, who's been locked up by David Harbour, as if obviously it was also Rachel Weisz did that.
Dang, I can't de-brainwash Olga with her helmet on. Should I offer to free her if she removes her helmet first? That's way too easy. I'll let her out so she can whoop my ass, and then I'll improvise the rest. Okay, here we go.
That is an awful plan, Scarlet.
The corridor rips itself in half to prevent the fight. Meanwhile, Ray is about to escape on a plane.
You're not getting away, Ray. I'm going to explode one of your engines.
Oh, I should probably get off then.
Okay, but what if you didn't?
Well, all right. I mean, not like an explosion's gonna matter. However, the special effects team makes it exceedingly clear that this particular explosion absolutely 1,000,000% matters, as it consumes Ray and incinerates him utterly. Well, except for his glasses anyway. Aha! We'll meet again, Florence. His glasses fly off. Florence is flung off the station and plummets downward. Scarlet plummets after her with a parachute and catches her, but then sees Olga is plummeting towards them both.
There's still a chance Florence doesn't have unbreakable bones. She should possibly keep the chute.
She pushes her away. Scarlet and Olga fight, and at the last second, Olga remembers she has a built-in chute and activates it. They land.
I'm a bit surprised all of Ray's armored guards on his floating base didn't have built-in chutes, honestly.
At least we have guns to try and kill people in our final moment.
The guards go splat.
Right. Now I just got to defeat Olga, who has all my fighting skills, plus every Avengers fighting skills, and who's totally crushed me like every other time. But I have the extra 2 vials. It really is helpful that they only shatter when their current owner really wants them.
She sparkle bombs Olga.
I am myself again. Yay, now I can hate you for exploding me as a small child. My own free will. Give me a hug.
Exterior, hey, it's another random big field. This time distinguished by its being covered in bits of exploded evil HQ. Scarlet searches and finds Florence, who's okay.
Good work, sis. Here, have my vest, thus completing the origin story of Scarlet's Infinity War vest. I know everyone was itching to know the origin of that vest, even though we didn't touch on it earlier in this read.
And we're okay too. We got to the plane and crashed, but David cushioned our landing with his groin.
Our plane still works. We're going to catch This Changes Everything doc on Netflix. You can come along if you want.
Oh, hey, here comes William Hurt to arrest me. His troops are moments away. So we only have like 10 minutes to say goodbye.
She hugs Florence.
Here, take the data disk and the last vial. And Olga, why not? You must carry on the mission to save the widows.
Shouldn't you escape with the rest of us and like start at the start of the Infinity War? You're still on the run, so that'd be a simple way to, seamlessly transition.
No, it's okay. I'm gonna wait here and deal with that 56 car convoy all by myself. I just have to.
Exterior 2 weeks later.
Well, that was easy. And look, I have the Infinity War blonde hair now.
Meanwhile, I got you a Quinjet because, it's hard. So when you find Chris Evans, are you going to tell him about the worldwide network of sleeper agents that could crash the world economy at a moment's notice? Maybe suggest you guys go help with that? Or mention the events of this movie in any way?
This is all those assholes care about, so why even bother?
Credits. Exterior epilogue post Endgame. In a secluded cemetery, Florence and her dog visit Scarlett's grave because apparently some people cared enough to actually do a proper farewell. Sorry she didn't have a big robot heart to float down a river, but I guess that's why you're the Avengers, not the memorializers.
Hey there. I have a new job for you, wackety.
She does the Elaine dance.
I work for you now? I guess that means my big, huge global widow rescue mission got wrapped up off screen. Whatever. So who's the target?
How'd you like to get the one responsible for Scarlett's death? Namely, Jeremy Renner. Dun, dun, dun.
Okay. I know we like to behave like everyone in the MCU has watched all of the MCU movies, but come on. How the fuck do we know that? Did Jeremy write a big tell-all book? Anyway, I still blame Karen Gillian for not figuring out the love sacrifice angle before the mission. But what's more is
look, we're committed to a Hawkeye show, and it needs all the help it can get.
End. Fade in. Exterior obligatory MCU origin story expository prologue. Soothing Mandarin narration from Fa Chen accompanies a visual crash course through Tony Leung's secret to eternal life. A man can never wear too many gaudy accessories.
These 10 rings need to be more eye-popping. So now they're super powerful bracelets, even though that makes no sense with the name.
With the help of the bracelets, we see Tony demolish civilization after civilization throughout history and undermine government after government until one day he realizes he's probably going to be alone forever unless he smartens up and wifes up. Exterior magical ancient forest, 1996. Having exhausted his spousal options here on Earth, Tony sets his sights on the fairy tale realm of Ta Lo, where he encounters Fa Chen.
Halt! We normally greet intruders in a specified clearing right outside our village, but I'm willing to make an exception in your handsome case. I shan't let you make your charismatic way to Ta Lo. Explain yourself!
Oh, I'm just your everyday 1,000-year-old gangster warrior, mystical martial artist, and family man who's run out of stuff to conquer on Earth.
Really? So you've conquered Wakanda, the Quantum Realm, Kamartaj, Mardipur, all the Eternals.
Okay, fine. Regular stuff on Earth.
They fight in classic wuxia style, which naturally means they fall in love.
And that, kids, is how I met your father.
Oh, Fala, we should leave all this behind so we can raise a regular family together.
Agree. Before we can leave, though, let me quickly fashion 2 suits of dragon scale armor perfectly tailored to fit our future children when they're in their mid-20s and leave them here with my sister, just in case.
That's some remarkable foresight for someone who will never mention how their hometown is 100% dedicated to guarding an evil portal that lures people with the voices of dead loved ones. Seems like something I should know.
I wasn't in the prenup.
Interior crappy San Francisco garage apartment, present day. A shirtless Simu Liu wakes up and prepares for an honest day's work as a car rental agent. Oops, sorry, parking valet.
Please appreciate my tone, bod. I didn't spend months training my butt off just to be covered up all the time. Might as well do some push-ups while I'm at it.
At work, Simu and his totally platonic best friend Aquafina try to get fired by recklessly joyriding through the streets of San Francisco at top speed in a Guess sports car.
Irresponsible pre-hero conduct established. I can't wait for Shang-Chi 3 when we learn how the guy we cut off in traffic became a vengeance-crazed supervillain.
Interior, a regular bar. Simu and Aquafina are out for drinks with their elitist friend Stephanie Shu from high school, who criticizes and looks down on them.
Why do we hang out with you again?
I'm basically the street level framing device for you guys to like circle back at the end of the whole thing.
Sounds good. See you in 2 hours.
Interior city bus. The next day, Simu and Aquafina uneventfully ride the bus to work, demonstrating that even superheroes take public transit, just like us. The Marvel nerds who watch the Shang-Chi trailer. Oh my God, it's the best friend.
So anyways, that's why I'm a failure to everybody who knows me. What's new with you, man?
Cool. Could we maybe put a pause in this conversation for a second? I just spotted some skilled assassins sent by Tony to steal my necklace that I gotta beat up real quick.
Simu, with his yet unseen kung fu prowess, totally demolishes the crew of thugs, also known as the legendary 10 Rings, his childhood housemates.
Say what? My totally ripped best friend of 10 years could throw a punch? What else are you hiding, my dude?
It seems like Simu has won the fight, but then from the back of the bus emerges a one-armed Florian Mutianu.
My totally badass villain alias is Razor Fist, which is only marginally less stupid than Taser Face.
He pauses to unsheath his machete arm.
Also, I'm gonna slice you up like an avocado, Simu.
What's up, everyone? Shit just got real on this bus ride. Thumbs up if you think we're all gonna make it out of here alive.
Simu melds his Jackie Chan mimicry skills with Aquafina's aforementioned driving skills to defeat Florian and bring the bus to a semi-controlled crash on the sidewalk.
Hey guys, anything important?
Shit, they took my pendant, and they'll go after my sister next. Luckily, I have a clue where she is. She sent me a postcard.
What if it's a fake sent by the bad guys so you can lead them to her?
But how would the bad guys know where to send the postcard from if they need to follow me to figure out?
Interior airplane, economy seating. On the 20-hour plane ride to Macau, Aquafina endlessly roasts Simu's choice of alias, as any good friend would.
Give me a break. Even Kevin Feige himself butchered my Chinese name at Comic-Con. So we got to take a moment here to really hammer home the exact pronunciation for all the white folks watching and reading.
Yeah. Interior, Macau's cooler, edgier version of the Sakar Arena. Aided by that vague postcard from before, Simu and Aquafina track down the supposed location of Simu's sister, an underground fight club in Macau.
Is there going to be more fighting? I think there's going to be more fighting.
She immediately bets against her best friend. Director Destin Daniel Cretton reaches into the obligatory MCU cameo grab bag and draws Benedict Wong and the Abomination, who fight.
Wow. That is random, even by MCU standards.
It's then revealed that Simu unknowingly signed himself up for the marquee cage fight. Always read the fine print, people.
Sorry. You must fight. If you win, I'll help you find your sister. Fail, and you might never find your sister. And the fearsome opponent you must defeat is your sister. Oh, wait, that makes my deal useless. Oh my God, I suck at this.
Meng'er Zhang enters the fight.
We know each other. She's a sister from birth.
Yes, it's me. I'm still pissed at you for vanishing for 10 years and leaving me for dead with our neglectful father.
Knees Simu in the crotch.
Maybe I got snapped and you should only be angry about 5 of those years. Yeah, I guess that doesn't help much.
Meng'er Zhang punches Simu in the throat.
Good one, sis.
Just as Meng'er is about to show mercy on her pathetic loser of a brother, she flashes back to her childhood plagued by patriarchal ideals and younger sibling syndrome. And then she dropkicks Simu into the fence.
I think we're done here.
Exterior, the outside of a massive skyscraper. No big deal. After Simu fails to placate his rightfully still pissed sister, the whole situation falls apart even further when Tony's thugs arrive to ruin everyone's night out at the Fight Club.
Peace out, suckers.
They disappear to safety via a secret elevator. Simu and Awkwafina are left stranded. Naturally, Simu decides to try to escape down the outside of the building because that makes sense.
Oh, hell no! That scaffolding looks even less reliable than the elevator we rode on the way up here.
It's either this or facing the assassins inside. And I know I can't block punch if your life depends on it.
Wow, way to judge a book by its cover, man. Also, you are absolutely right. Both options suck.
It's gonna be fine.
Awkwafina reluctantly follows him out onto the ledge, only to pretty much immediately be put in mortal danger when Tony's goons arrive.
Help! We're really testing the strength limits of this piece of bamboo, even by sci-fi standards. I'm about to fall!
Don't worry, I got you.
He very much does not got her. Awkwafina very nearly recreates the Gwyneth Paltrow falling from a crane moment in Iron Man 3 when she's miraculously saved by Meng'er.
Nope, we're not fridging anyone today. Not on my watch.
Nickel scrap.
Simu witnesses this low-level jewelry heist and takes off after his former sparring buddy.
Get back here. That shade of green won't look atrocious on you.
Simu and Andy duke it out back inside the building on a flat surface because that scaffolding was getting too risky even for these kung fu pros.
I'm totally about to kill you, Andy, and though up until now I've demonstrated what a nice and reluctant fighter I am.
No, I can't die. At least not until we reveal my true identity. That will justify my years of having concealed my face.
Yeah, about that.
Before Simu can become an unredeemable murderer, Tony arrives and gives his estranged son a massive bear hug.
Wow, I do not understand this relationship at all.
Shut up, everyone. It's time for my big trailer line about giving Simu 10 years to live his life.
Exterior 10 Rings Mountainside Fortress. Everyone important to the story is somehow on the same helicopter. And had these people never heard of the contingency plan of flying the dignitaries on separate planes?
Please celebrate the homecoming of my only child, Simu.
Are you shitting me right now?
Tony treats the crew to a traditional Chinese dinner of exposition, with retconning for dessert.
Nice try, Dad. But I don't want to join your super secret boy band. You're looking at the expert of fraught father-son relationships, and I'm planning on really dragging this one out.
Tell me about it.
Fine. Allow me to guilt trip you children into doing my bidding again by playing the "your dead mom's being held prisoner" back in her old village card. Her disembodied voice comes to me at random times, and none of the supernatural shit I've seen in my 1,000 years of life can explain it.
Tony puts the 2 pendants in a dragon sculpture, and it creates a magical water maze map showing the route to the magic village for 10 whole seconds.
Thanks to my instantaneous photographic memory, I now know exactly how to find the village and exactly when the path will appear. Guards, could a handful of you please escort my near unstoppable juggernaut children to the dungeon, please?
Interior basement dungeon. Stuck in timeout in the basement, the Defiant trio encounter none other than Ben Kingsley.
Hello, it's me, Loves. This is totally the biggest reveal ever, even though people definitely saw me at the world premiere 2 weeks ago. I've been sent to sincerely apologize for the MCU having two Iron Man movies where the Mandarin turned out to be cover story for a white dude and the Mandarin character even existing in the first place.
Simu, Meng'er, Aquafina, and me too stared at him blankly.
Look, this story is at risk of grinding to a halt unless you guys find a way to beat your dad to your dead mom's magical village. Fortunately, that's where Morris comes in handy.
Ben unveils a cuddly CGI winged blob. Supplies limited. Order now.
Oh, so we're really doing this whole ancient Chinese lore thing, huh? Bye-bye. Grounded superhero origin story.
Morris here says that even though the magic forest only allows access to Talo at highly specific times, in fact, you can get there whenever you want, and he'll guide us there so he can reunite with other CCWBs.
Wow. Good thing my dad isn't into pets, or he'd have reached the portal and doomed the Earth for years ago.
Right. We should escape. Luckily, Tony's fortress is built on the foundation of cottage cheese, so...
Rips walls apart. They grab Florian's fancy tricked out BMW and escape. Exterior Jurassic Park. After conquering the moving forest maze, Simu and Aquafina and Meng'er and Ben drive through a mythical field filled with firebirds and multi-tailed foxes and dragon horses. Oh my.
Ick. Are we going to use all these creatures to our advantage in the impending final battle to save the universe?
Nah, the giant guardian lion thing will gruesomely devour one soul sucker later on, but that's it. We're really trying to avoid another Black Panther War Rhino situation.
The motley crew encounters a wall of villagers, including Michelle Yeoh.
Hello, I am your aunt who's never been mentioned before, but if you think you're making a giant wuxia epic without Michelle Yeoh, then screw you.
Wow, Michelle Yeoh being a warming and welcoming matriarch in a predominantly Asian Hollywood summer blockbuster? Why does that feel so unnatural?
Okay.
Exterior tranquil training montage. Despite knowing exactly when Tony and his goons are scheduled to arrive, our heroes nobly choose not to use this knowledge to set traps or anything, but prepare in a more generic training montage-y way.
Is it too on the nose if we blast some Eye of the Tiger right about now?
Yeah, this isn't Captain Marvel. This isn't the Captain Marvel soundtrack.
So I've been getting by on my driving skills, but I'm thinking that's going to be 1,000,000,000% useless in the final battle. Anyone help a girl out?
We don't have an archer in the main group yet. Why not do that?
Hey now, don't muscle in on my turf.
That was Haley Steinfeld from the set of Hawkeye. Michelle makes sure everyone has a full kit of world-building backstory.
Simu, in this dimension, we dedicate ourselves to guarding your dimension from a third, super evil dimension. But not the dark dimension. Behind that evil portal are soul-sucking demon-like creatures led by...
Ooh, is this how we get Mephisto? Is this how we get Mephisto?
Holy shit, people, enough about Mephisto already. He hasn't in WandaVision or Loki, and he's not here either. Give it a fucking rest.
Is there any reason the portal's only calling out to Dad and not Simu and me also? It could triple its odds of escape by convincing all of us we could save Mom.
Oh my God, you should have just been here during the blip. We had Chris Evans trying to rescue Sebastian Stan from the portal into Niagara, trying to rescue Chadwick Downey, trying to rescue Tom Holland, Kristen Ritter, trying to rescue a bottle of whiskey, and it's a goddamn shit show.
Exterior Simu's memories. The final battle is just around the corner, so naturally Simu takes a moment to reflect on his murderous upbringing and that time he watched his mom get beaten to a pulp. Just to, get in the right headspace and all that.
We must avenge your mother, young Simu. And to help out our stylistic tour of Asian action cinema, I feel we should also do a vaguely John Woo fashion. And let's destroy these hard-boiled criminals.
Tony crushes the goons and then returns to running the 10 Rings martial arts criminal syndicate, who were presumably just sitting around on their ass the past 7 years waiting for Tony to return to his life of crime. Exterior big final third act CGI battle, yay? Tony and co arrive in Talo and considerately park their caravan of heavy-duty vehicles next to the village, rather than just plowing through everybody.
Things started, children.
I know the toy leaks already spoiled it, but please take a moment to admire my glittery armor and my Air Jordans, which totally complete the look.
Everyone strikes a pose and is prepared to fight. It's all for show, though, since it takes approximately 2 seconds for Tony to blow past the entire battalion and start turbo punching the magical gate.
Ava Simu, your only hope.
Simu, who'd spent most of the battle so far napping underwater with his dragon Patronus, is suddenly awakened.
Ta-da! Here's a taste of live-action How to Train Your Dragon adaptation for the fans that probably been clamoring for.
Simu and his dragon start devouring all the baby soul suckers, but it's okay because they're evil babies.
Ah, crap. I should probably be dealing with Tony right now. I can leave those baby demons for everyone else to take care of, right?
Without waiting for an answer, Simu jumps off his dragon to confront his father.
I see your 10 blue rings and raise you 5 yellow rings.
You just stole 5 of mine, dipshit.
He harnesses the shit out of his chi.
Ah, but did you know that I'm the perfect blend of you and Mom?
Yes, that's how genetics work.
Simu and Tony pose with their respective glowing rings long enough to provide a dope visual to use in all the promo art.
You can take your stupid rings back, Dad. I never wanted them.
Why didn't you just say so, son? My only goal in life was to brutally train you to keep you safe because I love you so much. Well, that didn't conquer everything that's ever existed. 1,000 years is a long time, okay?
The Mega Soul Sucker swoops in to disrupt the potential family reconciliation moment and snatches Tony.
My villain
seconds away from getting his soul sucked out. Sorry, go ahead.
Completely bloodless and the most emotionally impactful part of the story. Just that good.
He dies elegantly.
I feel like I should be sad right now.
No time. There are dragons to fight.
You mean the battle's not over?
It's over when I say it's over. Got it.
Get ready for a battle royale dragon-style smackdown. Simu and Meng'er ride around on their water-bending dragon for a while until Simu is forced to choose between saving his sister and saving the universe.
So I'm just an imitation of Evangeline with my harsh bob and now also Scarlet with the let me go so I can plunge into my noble death thing. How original.
Thankfully, Marvel has learned from their past mistakes and Meng'er survives.
Let's work together, sis. It'll be just like old times.
Oh, so you're going to overshadow me again?
Well, my name is in the title.
Whatever. Go have your big hero moment. See if I care.
Simu heroically defeats the Mega Soul Sucker by shooting the rings down its throat and giving it a sneak heart attack that makes it explode. Our heroes win.
I guess we should probably mourn the fallen or something now, hey? I don't know how these things work. This was my first battle.
Interior, a normal bar. Simu and Awkwafina are back to living their normal, mundane lives and once again having drinks with their snarky friend, Stephanie Shu.
And that's how I mastered archery faster than Chris Evans figured out how to fight Josh with that magic hammer.
Suddenly, a glowing orange portal appears in the bar, but it's only Benedict Wong who walks through, not an entire freaking army because we can't all be endgame, okay? Calm the hell down.
Simu Liu, you've got to come with me into the full MCU continuity. No. I just got here. Awkwafina's here. We're going to take my new rings for a spin. Well, bring her along. She's got high enough billing.
You're gonna mind zap me to sleep the instant I walk through that portal, aren't you?
Exterior mid-credit scene. Director Destin Daniel Cretton once again reaches into the obligatory MCU cameo grab bag, and this time draws holographic Brie Larson and Mark Ruffalo, who speculate.
Simu, it looks like these 10 rings are incredibly old, vastly powerful artifacts. Thank you so much for finding them all together and not one by one over 12 freaking years.
And there's some kind of beacon leading to an unspecified future project. What are the odds? Look like I'm human again, by the way. Sure love skipping right over the Hulk character development between movies.
As usual, I'm busy dealing with high-powered intergalactic shit so that I can't just solve your problem instantly. Good luck, though.
I guess I might have maybe evolved as a person after all the universe-saving shit last week, but don't worry. I'll still always be the lovable, relatable slacker.
She then sings karaoke off key with Benedict and Awkwafina until the Eternals premiere. Exterior post-credits scene. Remember when the after-credits footage used to just be a cute little jokey bit, like when an alien cat vomited up the Phase 1 MacGuffin on Samuel L. motherfucking Jackson's desk? Neither do we. Bring on the scenes with ramifications.
I run the 10 rings now, even though I don't actually have the 10 rings, but perhaps someday the 10 rings will cross paths with the 10 rings. We might need a new name.
End. Fade in. Exterior plain black screen. Instead of opening on the Marvel Studios logo like everyone's expecting, fans are presented with a drab knockoff Star Wars crawl. And what in the fresh hell is this? They expect us to read? Hashtag not my Marvel movie.
Just go with it, okay? We're not even going to pretend people know what the hell our deal is, and this story's already going to be long enough.
After the first of many exposition dumps, all the Eternals get dressed for work, and Richard Madden shoots his shot.
It's a real shithole.
Totally. Wait, what?
Oh, oops, wrong movie. It's beautiful, isn't it?
Exterior Mesopotamia, a very big number BC.
Wow. Life in this era sucks so hard I can barely muster the energy to warn my child of this huge rampaging beastie about to chomp my entire butt.
He's dead. The deviants attack, but swooping into the rescue are the Eternals. Pause for applause.
Let's quickly demonstrate all our powers. I can summon cool, shiny energy weapons.
I can punch stuff really good because the MCU is really lacking for heroes with that power.
I create energy balls and then fire them at people. And yes, I got totally swole for no reason.
I can run really fast.
I turn stuff into other stuff.
I make illusions. Also, I'm a perpetual child while the rest of my family gets to be super hot. So that blows.
I can fly, have super strength, a laser vision, and invulnerability, and enhanced speed. So fuck all of you single-powered losers.
Yeah, well, maybe I can't affect sentient beings yet, but I could still turn your outfit into acid and there around you into solid lead. So let's not get too high and mighty. And also, I love you.
The team obliterates all the deviants and then get into their splash page formation to finish introducing themselves.
And just a quick shot of mind control to make these humans trust us. Gotta say that was so much easier than having to learn diplomacy or any people skills whatsoever.
Greetings, humans. We are the Eternals, sent to protect you from the deviants and guide your evolutionary progress.
I shall use my invention powers to boost your technology, and many thousands of years from now, give a slight, long overdue nudge to your social progress as well.
Do you mean my endgame cameo didn't count?
But to start things off, allow me to fashion you a bitchin' decorative dagger. And thus begins our long-term mission, one that will span centuries. What musical cue would match well with the expansive years we're about to experience? Something that might evoke the passage of something quite vast and a fundamental dimension of our reality.
Cue Time by Pink Floyd.
Well, that's a bit on the nose, but okay.
Exterior London, vaguely present day by MCU standards. Modern day Gemma has been alive for millennia, but still can't be on time for basic adult responsibilities. So good thing her totally regular human boyfriend Kit Harrington is here to pick up the slack.
I'm openly flirting with you in front of all these pupils because I'm a professional.
There's a random earthquake that they deal with real quick, no big deal. And then it's straight to the partying.
Kit, let's go out tonight and celebrate your birthday, just to make it super clear that Leah totally got the short end of the stick with this whole eternal life thing.
Exterior London, night, and you better hope your theater bothered to replace their worn-out projector bulbs from 2019, or good luck, assholes. Kit, Gemma, and Leah go out for a night of clubbing, where an unknown actress gets her first MCU credit as grown-up illusion of eternal being trapped in child's body having a night on the town. And let's hope she has other credits.
Look, Kit, I've got you an antique ancestral ring. It really boosted my dating game when I started collecting ancient relics and connected to every hot young bachelor in town.
Oh, thanks. I just hope this doesn't awaken anything in me.
Just then, a writhing CGI globule emerges from the river and attacks.
A deviant? How the hell is this
Chris
dude?
Pratt from Infinity War.
How the hell is this dude still alive?
And this deviant seems to have Salma's healing power on top of being yesterday's spaghetti monster. But all of your illusions and my transmuting everything inside are strained enough, useless against it. How can...
There, Roboto. Now, can I ask, do you bleed? Don't worry,
Zaps and
Londoners.
pummels the deviant.
Nothing to see here.
Flies, lasers, wreck stuff.
Still being all secretive, I forget.
Eventually, the deviant is driven off, allowing us to switch from dozens of innocent lives in peril back to Gemma's awkward dating life.
So this must be big Mr. I'll still be alive and hot long after a puny human kid is long, huh? Doesn't seem all that.
I don't understand. Our deviant detectors assured us all the deviants were dead ages ago. I know those detectors can't penetrate like 2 feet of ice, but still, what happens? And
Somehow,
use
deviant returned. Wow, imagine if we just left it at that. What assholes would we be? But don't worry, we do actually explain it later.
We must track down the others and warn them. Well, when I say track down, we know exactly where everyone is, just not the phone numbers or, emails, thus requiring a huge global trek to actually talk to everyone face to face.
I told you we needed a Discord channel, but no.
And that's my cue. Aquafina already did this whole fish out of the water thing earlier this year. So see you guys in the next movie.
No, wait, you can't leave. You have an audience, so get questions to ask. So please come back for the last 5 minutes, plus for, a super quick post-credit scene.
Deal. As long as I get to be completely cryptic about my lineage for literally no reason.
Fair
Exterior
enough.
flashback, still very ancient times, but less ancient than the opening scene. The Eternals are merrily advancing society like you do.
Less than zero chemistry, Gemma. But since we're both perfect physical specimens, how about we bow chicka wow wow?
Okay, but since this is the MCU's first actual sex scene, we're only allowed brief sexuality, so let's keep it really missionary.
Well, we are missionaries. We're on a mission.
Oh, yes, but not bright. That's my jam. Come here.
Exterior Selma's South Dakota shithole, present day. Gemma, already sick of this whole leading lady business, convinces the trio that they should start at Salma Hayek's farm, only to find out that she has bought the farm.
Holy shit, no! I could have sworn they signed to at least 2 more movies. At least that was on those trailer lines she hasn't said yet.
Well, she said it's dead. Obviously, the deviants got her, right? We all agree that the only possible explanation, right? Look, looks like case closed to me.
He puts a dossier in solved cases filing cabinet, locks the cabinet, and throws it down a hole. As everyone grieves, Salma's throat bud leaves her body and wedges itself into Gemma. Instantly, she finds herself addressing the big boy Celestial.
Yikes. So, I guess I should get fully briefed on our true mission.
Indeed, my child. Brace yourself for the devastating truth of... Oh, actually, the dog just grabbed my pot roast off the table. Gotta go. Bye.
He disconnects. Exterior flashback, slightly less ancient times than before. Our heroes are busy not interfering in a war by standing right next to it, instead of being hours away or whatever.
Pretty sure that whole not interfering business started with me.
Oh, wrong character. You're just what from a puny animated show that's not even a canon. Or is it?
I'll never tell.
It sucks that we can't interfere in human conflict, but after all, it's not like our goal is to keep the maximum number of humans alive so they can reach a certain population threshold or something.
Haha, it's true. If that were our only goal, we'd be better off breeding them like docile sheep. Ha ha ha. I bet Barry could help with that. Wink.
Well, I don't have my own storyline yet, so screw it. I'm going mad. Blob, blob, blobbly, blob.
She attacks everyone. The others eventually subdue Angelina after a bit of that sweet, sweet hero on hero fight action.
I'm afraid Angelina has got Mudhoney syndrome. Sadly, however, there is no cure for the mad lady. But if her mozzarella progresses, we will destroy her. It'll destroy her brain entirely. And Angelina's too high build for a one-off cameo. We got to figure this out.
It's a bit drastic, but I can stop her Mulaney by rebooting her entire character.
No, this is the MCU, not fucking DC. We're not rebooting every fucking character every 10 fucking minutes, okay?
I agree. No reboots. Look, I'll keep watching over Angelina through the eras and make sure she's never rebooted. Not even by Alicia Vikander. I still don't get why I have these god-level mind control powers and can't really use them. I know Phase 1 leaned a bit hard on the mind control, but come on. When was the last time Marvel movie was built everything around mind?
Sergeant Florence Pugh cough.
Yeah, I'm taking these 2 armies and only them and marching out into an epic centuries-long pout.
He leaves, and Lauren Ridloff makes heart-fluttering gestures.
Sorry. I guess this is a good time to say as any for all of us to pursue our solo projects. Was gonna wait until Brian finished that ice penetration modification on the deviant detector, but the hell with it. Mission accomplished, everyone.
Interior Bollywood movie set, present day. To prevent the Marvel joke meter from becoming precariously low, the group heads to Mumbai to reunite with Kumail the comedian, so he's got to be funny, right? You can't tell I had barely any time to prep for this dance number, right?
Don't quit your day job.
Hey, Kumail, Salma's dead.
Yeah. And to think I was going to invite her to my next movie premiere. Hey, Richard, you want to come instead?
Well, this is pointless. Who's next on the short list?
So, did you tell them about the private plane?
Oh, forget what I said before. Kumail, you're imperative to this mission.
Exterior down under. The growing posse heads to Australia to find Angie and Don, who are living in possibly platonic domestic bliss, aside from whenever Angie suffers a violent episode of mahogany.
Oh, hey guys. Was that an earthquake, or am I just a closeted alcoholic using a bottle to cope with my centuries-old decision to be a caregiver for a woman who's never let me escape the friend zone?
Are you okay down there, buddy? Is Angie still cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs?
Apparently, I've been busy making beer out of my own spit, so I guess at least one of us is.
Sadly, I still suffer from the mind wedgie. On the plus side, I feel confident that my condition is well controlled and won't get anyone I care about killed. Well, not directly.
Listen up, John. I can't get Summer's orb thing to work, but the one, that lets me listen to the big boy Celestial. If only I could listen to its guidance. Any ideas?
You tried listening?
You're a genius.
She listens and activates the celestial zoom. The connection is definitely still spotty, but it'll have to do.
Hey there, Gemma. I guess we're far enough into the movie for a big rug-pulling twist. So basically, y'all are like Westworld robots, but the HBO version, not the old movie version.
Oh, our homeworld is a lie? Did you create the deviants too?
Yeah, on each world we pick a fuzzy, squishy mammal and send deviants to kill their predators. But then deviants eventually evolve to kill the mammals. This has backfired every time for a billion years. When will we fucking learn? Am I right?
So, you have to kill us, or kill the deviants and advance squishy civilization until?
Once there are enough people, their inert energy releases the celestial hidden inside the planet, cracking it open like a big Kinder surprise. This is the emergence, though the real version will go much lower than this illustration I'm showing you now. Plenty of time for heroics to interrupt the natural order of things.
There's a giant celestial inside Earth. How has nobody noticed us?
Because, shut up, that's how. Anyway, once the new celestial emerges, they will create tons of new worlds, full of new life, so it's totes worth it. At least for the worlds we don't later destroy to make new celestials, but don't worry about that.
Gemma ends the call and tells the others the horrible news.
Damn.
Call.
Damn, maybe I shouldn't have told you to listen after all. Well, I think we should save Earth. It's pretty cool. I really want to see how the Expanse ends, so we need to delay things another few months at least.
But none of our powers mean squat against a new celestial.
Mentally overpowering a giant nebulous foe totally worked for Tom and Sophia a few months ago. Say to assume for some reason it'll work for us too. We need Barry.
Oh, right. That guy. Exterior Amazonian cult. The ever-expanding entourage makes their way to the Amazon to find Barry and exploit him for his mind control powers. Upon arriving, they discover that Barry, to no one's surprise, has mind-controlled a bunch of folks and taken an entire town hostage.
Working on it. Sure, when I do it, it's morally wrong, but when Barry controls everyone, it's considered strangely sexy.
Can't believe I get to use my real accent for once. Also, I hate all of you and I couldn't care less about your shite plans, so please screw off.
While in the midst of waiting for Barry to come around, another horrendously lit deviant fight sequence breaks out.
Pretty sure Don just got killed by the same deviant that off Salma. But honestly, it's so dark that it could have been anyone.
The deviant evolves to gain the power of Dan Stevens' impersonation.
I told you guys I wasn't in this movie, but no one believed me. The press just wouldn't let it go.
Tell me about it.
You're not fooling anyone, Andrew. Can we get back on track? Spider-Man doesn't come out for another 6 weeks, and I'm trying to grieve Dawn over here.
People suck, Angie. It shouldn't be news to you after 7,000 years.
In another part of the forest, Richard battles in a tight t-shirt and Gemma levels up.
Oh, wow. I somehow transmuted the deviant into wood. I guess I can affect sentient beings after all by myself.
To mean you can only do that if you're connected to everyone else plus a celestial in an incredibly rare situation.
No, I just did it without.
She checks the last few pages of the script.
Oh, right, what you said.
Anyway, we now need Brian and Lauren because the big finale clearly can't happen until we visited everyone. Exterior flashback, Hiroshima. Not a time for jokes. Brian Tyree Henry is rightfully devastated at the World War II aftermath of his technological advancements, and even more rightfully finished with the idea of ever helping shitty humans again, a sentiment a lot of folks can relate to these days. Exterior Chicago? That's it? Okay. Present day. After several decades, Brian Tyree Henry has recovered from his justifiably nihilistic worldview and moved on to become the most stable family man in the entire MCU, which is where Gemma and Richard find him.
My off-screen romance with the lovely Haiz Slimane is the only thing that saved me from the knowledge that you guys totally abandoned me for most of this movie's runtime.
Brian, didn't you hear? This is Marvel's mature movie.
Wait, you mean I actually get to unambiguously interact with my same-sex life partner on screen?
Buddy, you even got to kiss each other and right smack in the center of the screen too, so it'll be extra hard for us to cut it out of footage for objecting countries.
Fuck you, Bob Chapek.
Wow, really? That's uncharacteristically big of you.
Those countries aren't even a drop in the bucket for our global box office haul.
And there it is.
Exterior Iraq archaeological site. Barry manipulates innocent archaeologists to abandon their work so that he can flirt with his girlfriend Lauren in the privacy of the Eternals' giant spaceship, where she's lived underground for centuries, waiting for those last few Kickstarter games to finally arrive.
Hey guys, finally. I've been waiting to announce that I'm going to be the only speedster to survive the first MCU appearance.
Lauren, quick catch-up time. Selma and Dawn are done likely dinner. Our boss totally lied to us. What else is new? And the world is going to end in like 12 hours or so.
Shouldn't y'all have just come to me first? I'm already in the home base and could have recruited everyone else in like 12 seconds flat.
We don't have time for your good ideas, all right? Can you find the point of emergency?
It's an island, volcano, and Indian Ocean, which is sure to delight all of the extinction volcano conspiracy theorists in the audience. Anything else you need me to solve instantly?
I'm beginning to see why the speedsters usually get killed off.
Exterior flashback, South Dakota, 6 days ago. Richard and a still breathing Salma reenact their conversation from the trailer.
Humanity is wonderful and worth saving, even though we've hardly shown any evidence to actually support this claim. So I've changed my mind about killing everyone.
How dare you defy Big Boy Celestial Salma? Blind obedience to a higher authority has never proven problematic in any of the thousands of years of history we've personally witnessed.
Oh.
No.
Anyway.
Also, Richard, you've never been my favorites. Oh, I don't know what accent this is. It's high time you knew the truth. Going into Scott, sorry.
Richard, the jealous bitch that he is, flies him to Alaska and then immediately tosses Salma to the wolves. I mean, wolf-shaped deviants.
There under the ice.
She dies, and so do her many accents. Interior, the Eternals mobile, present day. Richard has been silent for most of this act, but now it's his turn to speak up.
There's enough of us that I figured we could kill off a few. I still have room left over for me to become a villain. BTW, y'all can consider yourselves dead if you don't agree with Big Boy Celestial's original plan that you were kept in the dark about until yesterday, but that I've had thousands of years to come to terms with.
Wow, 11th hour villain twist. Shocker. Oh, I gotta say, everyone thought it'd be me based on the trailers and the source material and overall broody persona.
Richard, I'm coming with you. And no, it's not exceptionally weird that I've been pining for you for millennia.
Rather than make quick work of killing everyone right then and there, Richard and Leah peace out to go to the point of emergence, presumably to set the stage for a more flashy third act finale. I just want to say that I called that. Also, I happen to think Richard is right, but I can't bring myself to fight any of you. Therefore, I'm just going to hang back and then provide comic relief to whoever wins. Cool? Exterior island volcano, soon to be the site of the biggest island disaster since Fire Festival.
You don't stand a chance against the combined power of me and Leah. Granted, most of that is my power, but still, you're all screwed. Ha 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 ha.
Richard is clearly a tactician, though, because he immediately takes out Barry, the linchpin of their whole plan, instead of faffing around with everyone else as most MCU fights would do. But then, Lauren Ridloff pummels Richard with 5,000 blows in 5 seconds.
Oh, hey, look, I brought my Defeat Richard machine.
I may have been a tad, and I may have been a tad overconfident.
Meanwhile, Angelina faces off against Bill Skarsgård, aka not Dan Stevens, who's back for no comprehensible reason.
Can't defeat me, Angie. Especially if you're still afflicted with the Capone. Soon I shall have powers as well, and maybe evolve the ability to understand NFTs. Because seriously, what is up with that nonsense?
Oh, come on, dude. It's such an obvious scam.
She slices up Skarsgård. Meanwhile, over on the hatchling Celestial's volcano shell, Gemma makes her way towards the emergence point.
Stop, Gemma. Hey, go. Between flashbacks and illusions, I turned out that I can still be in quite the bit of this movie.
Sure enough, it's just a trick, enabling Leah to distract Gemma enough to literally stab her in the back.
Sorry to go full Loki on you, but it's all I could think of.
It's okay. You gave me one of those special MCU torso wounds that's both super dramatic but also totally ignorable.
She turns blade to water, sprints towards Celestial. Gemma gets into position just as Richard breaks free from Brian and confronts her.
Damn, I can't hurt you, Gemma. I guess I'll join forces with you after all. And perhaps, with all our essences combined, you can pull this off.
Kumail runs up a bar tab on the mainland. Well, I still think Earth should die, so whatevs. He slurps his mocktail. Everyone links hands to grab the Power Stone. Just kidding. Form a uni-mind, giving Gemma the power to turn the new Celestial into stone. Yay, Earth is saved.
I still believe in the King of the North. Plus, I conveniently have just enough residual energy thingy stuff to turn Leah into a regular human character, which we should probably do since you're going to age in real life anyway, right?
Meanwhile, Richard, consumed with regret, yeets himself into the sun just to provide one last example of something stupid Kid Harrington can't do.
Ah, how poetic, to perish in a fashion similar to the human myth I inspired. Which, now that I think of it, I'm sure glad Icarus didn't die from gorging on ice cream, or crushed by a falling piano, or autoerotic asphyxiation, or whatever, because that would be far less poignant.
Dead. Exterior various Earth locations. Gemma, Kumail, Brian, and Leah return to their normal lives with a new perspective on their daily struggles and
Excuse me. Are you serious? Did you seriously not think I'd be pretty pissed about all this?
I suppose this is something we should have prepared for.
She gets whisked into space, and the big boy grabs Jim, Kumail, and Brian.
You shall come with me, and I shall judge whether you shall survive. The judging process will take 3 to 4 years and shall consider such delicate moral questions as combined box office gross and streaming numbers.
Oh no.
He vanishes.
Oh no, only someone with a deep personal connection to Arthur like Legend could possibly solve this dilemma.
He looks around wildly. Exterior mid-credits scene. As the remaining Eternals set to work creating a reason to not appear in other current MCU projects, the screen cuts to a close-up of a tweet from a soon-to-be-fired Variety reporter.
Guys, check it out. Harry Styles thinks he's acting again. Everyone follow me. This is totally the biggest scoop ever.
Douche.
Yeah, mate, not cool.
Exterior post-credits scene. Kit Harrington wakes up from his 2.5-hour nap in a laundromat to go and dramatically open a sword-shaped box in some swanky office somewhere.
Did everyone know that I have a super secret and convoluted family history? Kevin Feige, are you listening? Sounds like perfect fodder for a Disney Plus series, methinks.
He apprehensively reaches for the ebony blade like a total wimp.
Have fun overanalyzing my one spoken line dialogue here, nerds.
End.